Welcome everybody, it's Mark from Justin Mark Plays. Today we're going to be reviewing the AT-2, one of my favorite tanks in the game. I mean, it's a tier 5 TD. It doesn't have the greatest gun. It's slow as a snail, but what it does have is the armor. And that's what you're going to rely on this. It has one real weak point, and that's that commander's hatch that you're seeing on it right now. If you can hit it there, there's a good chance you're going to penetrate it. But it's a relative small target. And if this AT-2 engages you at long range, he's going to be pinning you continuously with his fast rate of fire gun while you're randomly just hoping to get a shot in on it. Now I've had tanks get behind me thinking that my armor is a little bit weaker in the back than it is on the sides, and they're going to sit there and bounce, and I'm going to show you why right here. Look at that armor on this thing. This is a tier 5. This isn't a tier 7 or an 8. It's running that kind of armor down in tier 5. So there's going to be a lot of tanks that you can just straight up ignore and drive right by. But, like I said, that armor comes at a cost, and it's its speed. This thing is slow as hell. There will be grandmas and their cars honking at you to get out of the way. As we take a look at the gun, you can see it doesn't have much penetration. It doesn't have much damage, but it fires at that insane rate. So, you know, that's the throw off, so you're able to sit there and just whittle somebody down. And you will be surprised how many vehicles will stay in there and try to duke it out with you and lose. Now you can see I'm showing you, don't run HE on this vehicle. It's a waste of your time, a waste of your equipment. Make sure you're always carrying supplies on all your vehicles. I know a lot of you guys don't, and it's always sad to see a fire tiger get lit up and the guy doesn't run a fire extinguisher, and he costs you basically a team slot. Well, enough of talking about it. Let's show you what it does. Alright, we're going to go to Malinovka. Personally, I don't like this map, mostly because I run a lot of heavy vehicles. They're really slow. So I'm a perfect target for artillery, and I'm pretty sure it's rule 1 in the artillery book to shoot me. And I don't have as much things to cover me from that artillery fire. So anyways, I'm going to go to the right. We're going to climb up this hill in this encounter battle and see if we just can't break this whole side and come down on them. Now I do have Justin running with me, and we have one of our friends, Cholo, and he'll be running a heavy. Justin will be running A2 with me, and we're going to see if we can't break it. Now you can already see how slow this thing is. Now I could stop and I could try to engage those guys long range with everybody else, but if I do, I'm going to effectively take myself out of the battle for the rest of the game. And that's not my intent. I want to be in there, and I want to make sure I take those hits from that my supporting tanks can't take. Now you can see Cholo's running up here, and it's great to have another tank that isn't a TD with you there, or at least has a turret on it when you're doing stuff like this, because if someone does get behind me, even though most of their shots aren't going to pin, it's really hard with the speed and traverse speed of this to actually turn around and engage them. So instead of getting butt sexed to death in this, Cholo's going to run that heavy to protect us. Now you see he's a little bit faster. He can stop, take those shots. And unfortunately, you guys are going to have to see my accuracy on this thing, because I usually don't stop to shoot it. I just shoot and move and shoot and move and hope that you guys are dumb enough to keep your heads down. And you can see my shots are doing missing. Oh, I take it back. Apparently I can hit one round. Now look how fast I'm firing. Now I'm going to stop to get a couple rounds in. And I keep moving. A lot of you do ask why, and that's because of artillery. I know I juke just a little bit, but sometimes that's all you need. And you can see, taking my track off, really nothing else to this vehicle. You're going to have that happen a lot. I mean, I can't overstress how quick a fire this gun has. It's just so awesome to sit there and just whittle somebody down. You can see we're all up here. We're just running through them, and then we realize that a guy has gotten behind us. He is able to pin us. So we're going to try to turn, and you see now we're starting to bounce his rounds again. I'm getting bounced on the sides. You see I've got 2 bounces on the sides. I'm trying to turn to engage him. And then I decide I'm going to try to get some distance again. He bounces in my rear. bounce on my rear. You have to tell how crazy this arm is. It's almost unfair. It's unfair if you're using it, it's fair if I'm using it. That's my theory. I will be ranting and cussing when I see an AT-2, and I'm the only thing left. Because there's a good chance that this dude's going to wax me. And see, we're just rolling through these dudes. There's really not too much they can do. I'm just going to drive on the move, use the fire of that gun, and the amount of rounds I carry, and just take those hits, bounce them off, and do nothing. Look at that. It's almost unfair. Look at it. I mean, just non-stop bounces. If I was running any other tank, I'd be dead from the amount of shots I've gotten from the side of it. But I have more armor on the rear than what Cholo has on the front of his heavy. So put that in consideration. At this point, the match is over. We have them crushed. There's not much they can do left. If you've seen our other previous videos, you can tell that usually we have to be severely outnumbered in order for them to even have a chance. I felt bad that I let go, because I'm gonna be honest, if you're running that, it's such a grind. I think I actually just used my free XP to just skip it, because I used that in the beta and it was horrible. You get a great gun on it, but if you run into another one, it's a one-shot death. And like I said, I've seen a lot of people actually suck in the AT-2, and I'm not sure how you do it, but I think you have to have some expertise. Like I said, at this point, we're just trying to mop them up. I know I could sit there and help and try to go to the base cap, but I am so slow that when they start base capping, I wouldn't be able to get near anything. So I'm gonna take my little pop shots on this guy, go for his ammo rack, and then I'm gonna go on the hunt where I think this guy might have possibly been from the rounds I've taken. Now, I seen that guy click over there, but I was pretty sure that he was back where he came from, because I've just been bouncing every shot from every team. And I think, yep, Cholo's gonna spot him first, and he'll probably get this kill if I remember correctly. Me being excited as a little schoolgirl, I'll just fire rounds randomly around, hoping I can steal the kill. Then I realized that I'm not a good enough shot for that, and I'm not going to be able to get the penetration I need. So try to drive towards it, but I'm just showing you where I've been damaged. You can see it's all pretty much in that commander's hatch. Looking around. Well, that was pretty much the end of this game. If you like the game, like what we're doing, if you want a tank for us to review, or you want us to review a different game, send me an email at justinmarkplay@gmail.com, or you can catch me on the Xbox 360. Send me an email there. If I'm in the middle of a game, you can send me an invite. I might join into your party and see what havoc we can wreak. Until next time, I'll catch you on the battlefield.